Hey guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Today's video is all about that bass, no treble. Now we have found through research that the glute muscles, especially that gluteus medius, big word for the day, or side butt as it's easier to say, make a huge difference in supporting that knee and helping to prevent and get rid of knee pain. The only problem sometimes is some exercises that work on those glutes actually can be uncomfortable on the knee. So today we are going over 5 exercises that will help build this up and protect that knee at the same time. And we've got one bonus exercise at the end too on a little loosening stuff. So make sure that you stay for the whole video. So let's get started with exercise number 1, which will either be on a mat or right on your bed. All right, exercise number 1 is a frog bridge. So you're gonna lie right on your back and heels are gonna go together so those knees are open slightly and toes are open. This actually hits a little bit more of the butt than just that straight leg bridge. It engages those glutes a little bit more. So engaging in those lower abs by pulling gently in on that belly button. Give a little extra squeeze to those glutes. And then you're gonna lift that butt up. Tiny little pelvic tilt and squeeze at the top. And then with control, come back down, barely touch, and come back up again, right? Don't let those knees come in either. You want to keep those nice and open as you go. Again, that little extra squeeze, and then you can come on down. All right, exercise number 2, still get to be in your bed, yay! You're gonna lie right on your side, and even if you just have knee pain on one side, I'm gonna advise you to do this one on both sides. So you're gonna start with your legs straight. You want to get in the right position first. A lot of people bring their legs way too far forward. So when you look down, you should be able to see your toesies, a little bit of your feetsies, but not much of your leg, which I need to actually back up a tiny bit. Ooh, there we go. From here, you're going to bend those knees without moving the hips forward. The feet will stay glued together with super glue, and then you're actually just going to lift that top knee up. As you lift that top knee up, you're only lifting so far so that you don't roll backwards, just a little bit. If you need to make this harder, you can add a band in, or you can think about lengthening that hip out. So now my knee's in front a little bit. Ooh, a little extra burn there. And that makes it a little more challenging for you. All right, exercise number 3 is the prone frog lift. So we're just gonna take that frog bridge we did before and flip it on over. If you're doing these on the floor, I find that it's much more comfortable to have a pillow underneath your hips. You don't have to, and of course you can still do this on the bed, but clearly we're gonna go onto our stomachs. Make sure you can breathe too with your head down. We're gonna bring those legs up, turn those feet out a little bit, extra squeeze into that butt, pressing kind of that pelvis down a little bit, and then you're just adding that little lift. Make sure as you do this that you really do keep your back nice and flat. So you don't want to lift so high, right, so that you're arching. So notice it is that tiny little lift. You can even do it with those heels together, just like that other bridge was. Exercise number 4 is getting up off that ground and standing. If you need to, for balance, please have something sturdy, not wobbly, next to you that you can hang on to. So one leg, and again, another one that's probably good to do on both sides. One leg is gonna go forward. The back leg is really just more for support than anything else. Slight little bend in that front knee, and then we're really thinking about taking this hip and kind of shifting back. If you're old enough to remember that little drinking bird thing that goes into the glass, that's pretty much what you're doing here. So it really stays, like I said, with a flat back and really coming from this left leg. Right one's just there hanging out, having a great grand old time for support. You really should feel this right in those buns. Exercise number 5 is going to be seated in a beautiful chair, whatever chair you have handy for you. I am going to use a band for this one, or oftentimes it's just too easy, but it's okay. If it feels like it's challenging enough without the band, get rid of it. You don't need it. You are going to do just a nice pull out with those legs without rotating the feet out. So it's just a pull out with that band. But the kind of key difference for this one is that you're gonna do it in 3 positions. So sitting nice and straight, working on that posture. You can do 10 reps in that position. And then you're actually gonna lean back a little bit. This targets those glute muscles even a little bit more because of the angle and how they work. And then with a flat back, you're actually gonna come forward. And then you're gonna do 10 reps in that position as well. Exercise number 6, bonus time, is actually a loosening exercise. So you have a muscle, again called your glute medius. Sometimes that little minimus gets in the way too. But those muscles can actually tighten up and make everything else seem weak because they're so darn tight. So it's always good to kind of poke around and go, if you go, ow, odds are that's probably tight. So I'm gonna take my Derma Edge and I'm gonna take the little edge of that, because this feels way better than using my fingertip. I'm gonna dig right into that little spot, and then it's just a little rotation of that leg. You're doing just a little bit of pin and stretch. So you're kind of pushing that muscle down, rotating that leg until you go, hey, that doesn't feel so bad anymore. And this is a product that I created. It's actually available right down on that YouTube shelf right below there. You can also go into a spot just a little bit over. Oh, this one always feels it for me too. And again, same idea, you're holding there until it feels a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching today. If you would like to support me as well as reduce some pain and get rid of the appearance of that cellulite, click the link below to order your own Derma Edge, a device that I created and patented when I was going through the middle of Lyme disease in a lot of pain and needed a way to work on my own body. So the shape of the Derma Edge allows you to get all body parts in a gentle way. We're getting that fluid moving in between the layers, which helps you move better, helps get rid of that pain, and decreases that bumpiness of the cellulite. So make sure to click the link below to order your own.